Hi, this is Justin Kelly, 45-year-old man, 42-year-old long comic books reader. I just wanted to give you an update about my grandkids and how great they are, and the power of children's imagination, and how we've had so much fun with the Jawbreakers comic. I'm going to look down. I wrote something up. This also has to do with Ethan Van Sciver's theory that boys want to be the toy and girls want to basically take care of the toy and not project themselves into the toy. So when we were playing the other day, after reading the book, they're like, "Hey, let's you have a bunch of toys. Do you have any monkeys?" I'm like, I don't really have any monkeys, but I have a bunch of like army men and stuff. And then they were running around in my house, and we found a bunch of G.I. Joe guys. And they're like, "Oh God, you got Jawbreakers toys," which I was like, "Sure, yeah, that's cool." Had a bunch of broken up ones and a bunch of ones from the old days, and they're like, "Oh, we need a monkey. We need a monkey." I'm thinking like an adult. My brain wasn't really working too good, and I was like, "Well, I do have a Chewbacca from Build-A-Bear," and they're like, "Well, I think it might even growl." Yeah, and they're like, "Well, he's great. You need to take the guns off of him because the big monkey doesn't have a gun, but he needs pants." So I found him some drawers, kind of rolled them up and put them in back, and man, we just had a blast for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just running around the house doing different things. There's my comic, by the way, and I'll tell you how I found it later. At first, they were like, "Okay, the guy's finding it." That was kind of fun. They were just throwing toys and everything at it. And they're like, "We need something bigger for the monkey to fight." So I found like a plush alligator that's like about the same size. And they're like, "Oh man, he's from Africa. He'll just eat the monkey." And I was like, "Monkeys can't eat alligators." And then we got like in a big argument, yelling at each other, like, "Monkeys can't eat alligators. Alligators can eat monkeys." Blah, 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 blah. So fun. So fun. And then we were kind of like trying to play out the book because I kind of read it to him a little bit. And I said, "Oh, we're going to get in a big fight." And I hit the monkey in the face. And I had this hidden in my pocket, but I had like one of my pool cues, and I rolled it on the ground. I said, "I just knocked the big monkey's eye out." Oh my God, they just went insane. They were just laughing. They're like, "Oh my God, his eye fell out and it's rolling on the floor." And then for like about an hour, we didn't even remember Jawbreakers. We were just kind of playing hide the cue ball around the house and everything. And then one of the kids said, took off the pants of Chewbacca and said, "Let's go hide the pants." I was like, "I gotta leave the monkey's pants on." And then we were like, "We want to shoot stuff at the monkey." And I was like, "Okay." So I found this in the Tippy Time bathtub, and so I was setting up Chewbacca over here, and I was letting them shooting ping pong balls at him. They were just having a great time. Which, awesome. The power of kids is just amazing. They don't even need. You could almost give two kids a couple sticks wound together and make your own toys and have a great time with them. But if you start them out with a great story, I am so impressed with kids. No, I love them. I love them, love them, love them. This is kind of the serious time for me right now. This might be a little bit of a long video. When the 5-year-old said, let's take off the pants off the monkey and hide him, one of the other kids piped up and said, we're not supposed to take off our pants unless our mom is here. And that was just, it threw me as a shock, because I'm the granddad and we give them baths and stuff, but it was kind of like something that they were just saying to themselves that they had heard from like their teachers and things. And man, kind of broke my heart because it kind of shattered the illusion of innocence right there. Made me think about the thing that I saw yesterday about Eric Larson and his comic strip that he made. Not funny. Not funny at all. I remember back in the 80s, in the back of Marvel Comics, they'd have little 2-3 page strips and stuff from Elliot Brown or oh my god, I can't remember the guy's name from he was an editor. He always did the Epic Comics and like Marvel Premiere and stuff. Oh god, he was such a great guy. But for kids to even think about that right now, it just kind of took me back for a second, because that was in the zeitgeist yesterday, and that's what kids are learning today. Comicsgate and like John Malin, we kind of have this joke going around called wolf milk, and it's an adult thing, but it's kind of funny. Take it with a grain of salt. And Eric Larson, what's dragon milk? Who's that for? Pedophiles, rapists, sodomists. Kind of sucks when you have like an innocent time just with some young kids, and in the back of your mind it kind of hits you that some asshole has that in his mind and actually puts it in a comic book. Made me angry yesterday, still makes me angry today. But look at this. This is the innocence of children just coming up with their own stories. Oh, by the way, I got a great story. One of my grandkids said, why is R2-D2 better than BB-8? And I'm like, I don't know, because he's like cool. And he goes, no, because he can wear pajama pants. In my whole entire life, I would never have thought that if I had like a stuffed doll R2-D2 to put jammy pants on him. And so all I gotta say is, if I wrote a book with the creativity of some of these kids that I'm hanging around with and their innocence, 4 young boys, just if I just wrote anything down and was able to draw it, I think, I'm not the new Stan Lee. I think they could be the new Stan Lee with their creativity. Okay? Love everybody.